Okay, ready to dive in. Today we're really going deep, like way deep, into the life and career of Taylor Swift.
Sounds fun.
It is, actually, because this isn't just going to be like listening to her top hits. We're talking about going way beyond that, digging into the stories behind the music.
I like it, uncovering the person behind all those catchy songs.
Exactly. And let me tell you, the source material is amazing, like packed with all these little details that you just wouldn't know
Oh,
otherwise.
really? Give me an example.
Okay, so get this. Did you know Taylor Swift, like, basically grew up on a Christmas tree farm?
No way. Really?
Yeah, like, picture a young Taylor running around rows of evergreens.
Wow, that's such a unique upbringing. It makes you wonder how that kind of environment might have shaped her creativity.
Right. It's fascinating how these, like, seemingly random details can become part of who a person becomes, you know?
Totally. And I think that's what makes these deep dives so interesting. It's a chance to see these huge stars as real people.
100%. And speaking of real people, let's rewind all the way back to her childhood in Pennsylvania. Our sources talk a lot about her family, especially her parents, being super supportive of her love for music. I mean, they even took her to Nashville when she was only 11.
That's incredible. Talk about dedicated parents.
Right. It really makes you think about how crucial that early support is for young talent. I mean, imagine if her parents hadn't nurtured that passion.
Exactly. Would we even know the name Taylor Swift today? It's a question worth considering.
Totally. It really makes you wonder how many other potential stars are out there who maybe didn't have that kind of backing. And it goes beyond just encouragement, too. According to the source material, her dad actually helped her get her first publishing deal. He even changed careers to help guide her music career.
Wow, that's some serious dedication.
Talk about believing in your kid's talent, and that kind of unwavering support, it definitely played a role in shaping her confidence as an artist. What do you think?
Absolutely, because that's where it all starts, right? That belief in yourself. And you can really see that confidence shine through in Taylor's songwriting, which is where things get really interesting. I mean, have you ever noticed how self-aware she is about her own creative process?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It's like she's giving us a backstage pass to her songwriting process.
Exactly. Like, she has these categories for her lyrics: fountain pen, quill pen, glitter gel pen. It's like she's breaking it all down for us.
I love that. It's so cool to see that level of self-awareness, especially for someone who became famous so young. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, I haven't spent hours dissecting her lyrics, but I'm so curious about these categories. What's the difference between, like, a fountain pen song and a glitter gel pen song?
It's actually a pretty clever way to understand how her songwriting has evolved over the years.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so tell me more.
So the fountain pen songs, those are like the raw emotional tracks, often written from a place of deep personal experience, like open diary entries set to music. You know,
Ooh, that makes sense. Like teardrops on my guitar, you can
Mhm.
practically feel the teenage angst in those lyrics.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
Okay, cool. So what about quill pen?
Quill pen songs have this timeless quality, almost nostalgic. They feel like they could have been written in any era.
Like love story, the Romeo and Juliet vibes, that classic Taylor Swift sound.
Exactly. Spot on. And then you've got the glitter gel pen tracks, which are all about catchy hooks, playful lyrics, and just pure fun.
Those are the ones you roll the windows down and blast on repeat, like shake it off. Pure joy.
You got it. It's amazing how she can move between these styles so seamlessly. It shows her incredible range as a songwriter.
Totally. And through it all, she keeps it real, you know? That's what I love about her.
It's that authenticity that really shines through.
And speaking of authenticity, her songs often feel like a musical timeline of her life, each one inspired by real-life experiences, especially relationships. Okay, be honest, we've all tried to figure out who she's singing about at some point, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like trying to decipher a secret code, and I think that's part of the allure.
Totally. It's like getting a glimpse into her world.
It's that confessional style of songwriting that really resonates with her fans. It makes her feel relatable, even with all the fame and success.
And it's not just like boyfriends and breakups, you know, she writes about all sorts of stuff, those awkward teenage years, her faith.
It's true. She even writes about feuds with other celebrities. I mean, come on, you got to admire that honesty.
No kidding. It's like she's giving us this raw, unfiltered look into her life through her music.
Exactly. And in a world where everything's so polished and perfect, that realness, that willingness to be vulnerable, it's really refreshing.
So true. And it really resonates with people. Like, remember Mean?
Oh, classic.
The source material says it was actually inspired by this super harsh music critic who basically said she couldn't sing.
Ouch. That's rough.
Right. But instead of letting it get to her, She turned it into this, like, anthem about overcoming negativity.
It's brilliant, turning pain into art. And I think that's why so many people connect with her music. It's like she's giving a voice to their own experiences.
Totally. And it makes her seem so much more approachable. Okay, so can we talk about the Kanye West VMA incident for a second?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He was just thinking about that.
Can you imagine being, like, 19 years old on stage accepting an award and then having that happen?
From live TV.
Yeah.
In front of the whole world. I would have died.
I know, right? I would have melted into a puddle of embarrassment.
Totally. But the way she handled it with such grace, it was amazing. It really showed her character.
It did. But let's be real, it also opened her up to a whole new level of scrutiny.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like people were just waiting for her to mess up. And unfortunately, it seems like that kind of scrutiny followed her for years.
It did, like constantly being judged by the media, labeled as boy crazy.
Right. It's like they couldn't handle the fact that she was a successful, independent woman.
It's so frustrating. It's like they forget she's a human being with feelings, you know?
Absolutely. But instead of letting it break her, she used those experiences to fuel her activism.
Exactly. Like she started speaking out against bullying, cyberbullying.
And using her platform to advocate for change. I mean, that's huge.
It is. She didn't shy away from politics either.
True, which is always risky for celebrities.
No kidding. It takes guts to put yourself out there like that. But it shows how much she cares about the world around her.
Totally. And it's clear that her fans respect that authenticity. They feel like they know her.
Right. It's like she's built this real connection with them, which is kind of rare for someone so famous.
It's true. And a lot of it comes down to her business savvy.
Okay, yes. Let's dive into that because this is where I was blown away. She's not just a musician. She's like a marketing genius.
Right. She understands branding. She knows how to use social media to connect with her fans.
It's incredible, like the way she plans her album launches, those cryptic clues, the Easter eggs in her videos.
It's brilliant marketing, but it's also fun. And it makes her fans feel like they're part of something special.
Exactly. Like an exclusive club. It's genius.
It really is. And you know what's even more impressive? She's managed to do all of this while still staying true to herself.
Totally. She calls the shots. It's her vision, her way.
And that's incredibly rare, especially in the music industry. It's usually the record labels calling the shots, but she's in control.
It really is remarkable when you think about it.
It really is. You know, it's funny. For all the talk about her being like this huge superstar, there's also something about her that feels so down to earth.
Totally. It's like she's one of us, you know?
Exactly. And I think that's really important, especially for someone in her position. It'd be easy to get caught up in the fame and fortune.
Oh, absolutely. But she doesn't. She seems to really value those genuine connections.
Yeah. And I think her fans pick up on that, you know?
You can tell. It's like she's saying, hey, I'm just a normal person who happens to write songs and perform for millions of people.
And that's a powerful message because it makes her relatable, even aspirational, right?
It does. It's like she's showing us that you can achieve your dreams without losing sight of who you are.
Exactly. And that's something we can all learn from, right? Whether we're musicians, entrepreneurs, or just trying to navigate life.
Totally. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Taylor Swift, any final thoughts?
You know, when I look at her career, it's really striking how she's managed to redefine what it means to be a pop star in the 21st century.
It's true. She's not just a singer. She's a songwriter, a businesswoman, an activist, a storyteller. She's like this multifaceted powerhouse.
And she owns it all. She's not afraid to use her voice, and she does it all with this incredible sense of authenticity.
It's inspiring. Like she's created this blueprint for success, but on her own terms, without compromising who she is.
And that's a legacy worth celebrating.
Absolutely. Well said. Well, there you have it, folks. Taylor Swift talent, heart, and a whole lot of business savvy.
Don't forget those Christmas tree farm roots.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Never forget the Christmas tree farm roots. Until next time, keep diving deep.